I realized halfway through this process that I was like, oh wait, maybe I should record it. I'm going through the setup process for getting the first print down. The assembly part is complete. It was actually, I was really, really surprised on how easy it was. I was worried I was going to have to be constructing something much more complicated than just screwing some bolts into the base and plugging in a few cables. So other than that, it's been really, really easy process. I'm just hoping that there's no snags or anything. I have a fan going right now, which I think will bother it, so I'm going to turn that off in a second, and then hopefully the environment will, you know, be less breezy and won't annoy anything with the printer. But I'm going to try and get the first print going, and then I'll do a time lapse of that. So see you in a minute. All right, after like, I'm going to guess it's been 20 minutes now, I dealt with a crazy issue where I don't know how to describe this. Basically, back here, there's a little switch underneath this guy, right here, this guy, and this wasn't hitting it. It was too low, so it would basically get to this point, and then it would get stuck, and the motor would keep and make this loud noise, be super annoying. But now that's should be done. I'm gonna do another leveling test, and hopefully we got something to work with here. So let's see. We're gonna go. I love this display. It's awesome. So prepare. Go into auto home, and please, dear God, don't break this time. Okay. Want to be at the on off switch. Okay. Okay. There we go. That was perfect because. Oh shit! I don't think. Never mind. Stop. 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 Oh dear. So. I did all those things, and then I forgot there's a little switch right here that needs to be lifted up. You can see it would have not hit this switch by the time this nozzle hit this bed, and that would have caused it to keep going until it hit that switch. So I'm gonna do that real quick, and then I'll be right back. Please don't break. I'm gonna have my hand on the off switch, just in case. Oh dear. Oh, that sounds good. Okay. This is the part I was worried about. What? Is that all I was supposed to do? Wait a minute.
And there goes the Z. So here, guys, you can see the display a little better, and it's very nice.
I guess,
and I love this control.
I guess that's all it really needed to do. All right, I think this is it. It's doing something. I press print. It says dog 2 hours. Filament is loaded in on this little spool. That's making a noise. Okay. Okay. It's doing a skirt. I think that's what they call it. Oh, but that doesn't look good. I don't know if that doesn't look good. I don't think that looks good. I think it's just getting everything out. Shoot.
This is Editing Christian here to let you know that this was a very, very bad thing. The bed was not level, and it started to just scrape the thing. So this is permanently indented into the printer now.
Alright, I've got good feelings on this one. I saw a very solid, look at that solid line. Oh, that looks so gorgeous. Oh, wait. Let's see. Oh, that looks beautiful. I mean, mostly beautiful. Maybe that's how it's supposed to look. Probably not, actually. It's getting, look, it's evenly distributed on the plate, which is about as good as I can ask for so far. So I'm gonna let it, oh god, it's not adhering to the plate at all. Yeah, it's not, I don't know if you can tell, but it's not sticking to the plate. I'm gonna let it do the first layer, and then I'm gonna take it off
So after the first layer, you can see that the top right and left corners were not sticking to the plate. And at this point, it was pretty late and I was tired, so I decided to get some rest and then start fresh on the next day.
Alright, so it's been many hours. I got like no sleep last night because I was dreaming of 3D printers. No joke, I was dreaming about 3D printers, and so I woke up and I could not go back to sleep. And so I have been working on thinking about this for a bit, watching some Bad Batch as well, and I'm having a severe leveling problem where I have 3 levels, one of which I'm not sure if it works, but basically everything is telling me that it should be level, and it's clearly not for the test. So now I've went through the process. I'll show you. So I've got 3 levels here, and you can see, look, of course, now all of them are level now that I show you. But if I like flip them upside down or shake them around or something and put it back down, it should still be level, right? And they are, of course. Now I don't know which one of these is broken. So anyway, let's see. These all say is roughly level. So now we go over here and let's see. All of them are roughly level. And it's probably gonna be the same story. So basically I leveled, I went through, one of these is broken. I think it was the first one I was using. So I grabbed one to test it and then I wasn't sure, so I grabbed a third one. And now I can't tell the difference. Anyway, regardless of that, I couldn't find a flat surface in the entire house, the one that I could trust. So I grabbed this desk and I tested it and it looked pretty flat. And so it should be all the gurney, the x-axis, the bed, and the base itself should all be level and should all be like parallel, fine, whatever. I've got to go through another 50 minutes of like putting this down and leveling it and flattening it, and apparently the oils on my hand have gotten on this and that's gonna screw up things later. So I'm just having loads of fun not knowing what I'm doing. Alright, we got try numero, try number, I guess this is technically 5. Let's see, and okay, there we go. I was concerned there for a second. That looks pretty solid. I mean, minus that first thing. I hope that doesn't screw up anything else. Did it just pick it up? No? Okay. Alright. Come on, first layer. Ooh, that looks smooth. Look at that. I mean, minus that part. A little overlap. It's kind of crappy. This is the skirt. And it looks so much better than it did last time. So, alright, let's see. If it's not settings, we're gonna have to try something else. We're starting with the outer walls and then going inside. So far, from what I can see here, it looks like we're doing pretty good. I set up a new pattern. I changed some of the heating settings. It's actually not going as high as I wanted to. I set it to 215. It's actually at 205 in terms of temperature. But we can get a good look here. That looks really good. I might just leave it running, actually. I wasn't expecting to leave this running. Oh yeah, that's the best print I've ever seen. I've only seen like 5 prints and 2 of them didn't even print. So we'll just let it run. We'll let it run for a bit. I am amazed. You could focus. There we go. I mean, the side is a little bit on that bad side, but I mean, like, the front's pretty decent, top's pretty good, Y's looking pretty decent. It finished within 45 minutes. Press the confirm thing. There we go. I'm gonna have it cool down. and hopefully that will let me pick it up and actually touch it. I'm a little bit concerned. You see the back corner. This is it started off on the wrong foot here. Get that corner. But yeah, it prints. Next, I had this guy. This is my first attempt at Benchy, which is a benchmark test for 3D printers. You can see that bottom part kind of came up. What happened is it got to roughly around this point, and the bottom part cooled fast enough that the extruder just pushed it off the plate, and so I had to stop it right there. Luckily, I was watching it as it happened, which was so sad to watch. But this type of stuff is definitely bound to happen. And then we have over here the first bench that I was able to complete, and you see this is a very nice, you can see there's lines barely visible on here. The only thing is a little bit string on that overhang. Other than that, all of the different components, these are different tests. Being able to print, this is basically being printed on thin air here. And you know, other than that, like all of these hard to print angles are doing really, really well. So I'm very proud of that. So I use these, I printed some knickknacks for some friends. This is a fidget ring that I had custom scaled with the help of a friend. So this actually fits perfectly on my finger. And it's just a nice fidgety thing. And then I've got this, another one scaled up for a friend. Now this is stuck on my finger. This is a bookmark from the, the Chrome dinosaur out of internet game. And then this is the monstrosity I've been printing for the past 3 days now. It's taken 20 hours of printing time, if not more. I think it's actually closer to 25. This is a under desk bracket for a VR setup. So this hooks up under the desk, goes like this, and then you have this guy right here like this, and then on this side screw in. So all this gets screwed together. I had to go buy special screws for this, but I'm gonna assemble it and then I'm gonna show you what it looks like. So now let's start off at the top of this. You can't even tell that I just screwed in this. This is the completely assembled Oculus Rift S under desk mount. This was a beast to create, and you can tell right here, it looks professionally built and made. It's kind of amazing. So one of the controllers rests just like that. Oh, it's amazing. And I did use only 4 instead of the recommended. Oh, there we go. I was gonna say, I was a little bit concerned. And fits perfectly right in there. So controllers fit right like that. This is actually really cool the way that it sits in here. This, you can see there's 2 gaps right on the outside of these edges right here. And it just sits right on top of that and sits right in the nose. So I'll put this on and just boom, just like that. Perfectly snug. A little bit of fidginess, but that's okay. Just as long as it's not too tense, it's gonna snap the thing. And the hook right here is so you can go like this. The cord is a little bit tangled up at the moment, so you have to excuse me as I just shove this on here. But boom, cord and everything just perfectly, and then it's just, and you can sit right down and it's just all right there, nice and tucked in. I love that design. It was a pain in my butt to try and do. I was sick during the entire print process. I did not design this. I will put the files below, but it just sits right underneath there. So yeah, it looks amazing. It's very structurally support, easy to take out. Of course, I got this stupid bar in the way for some of these parts, but other than that, the only thing that's holding this stuff on here is actually gravity. It's just designed around the shape of this, which is really cool. I like that. Another thing I have here is this guy, which I forgot to show there. It is just a simple headphone stand that goes onto my desk. So yeah. Oh, and another thing I printed is if you look up over here somewhere, right there, there's a little bracket that was 3D printed, along with these were not printed, these were printed, and there's 2 of them. So that was the process of all the things I've designed and printed in the past like 3.5 days. I've been literally non-stop printing. So yeah, thanks for watching. Before I wrap up this video, I would like to add at the end, if anyone else is also in 3D printing and has run into the same issues that I have with having a bed that was not really sticking for most of the time, what I ended up using was a glue stick. I literally just glued the section that I thought was going to be printed in, and then afterwards I would take it out and I would take the bed off and I would rinse it with like just, you know, Dawn dish detergent, like something to just wash the plate, and then I put it back on. I have done that for every single print that I've done. It is a tedious process, but you know, in the end, the quality of print I get is amazing, so I am okay with a little bit of maintenance work to get there. So yeah, that's all I'd like to add, and if you'd like to see more of my 3D printing, I might just start streaming my 3D printing onto YouTube directly so I can monitor it wherever I am. So it's kind of win-win. You watch me 3D print stuff, I watch the 3D printer, make sure it doesn't explode. So I might end up doing that, but if not, whatever. All right, have a nice day.